gentlemen, welcome to another action-packed episode of The Score. I'm Trip Wells.
I'm Kayla Lipford.
And I'm Jordan Howard.
That's right, Jordan and Kayla both straight out of Lee Davis High School. Guys, welcome to the show. Nice to have you here this week.
Thank you for having us.
No doubt about it, and we have a big game to get to, so let's talk about what's coming up.
We have a tremendous matchup in boys volleyball this week.
That's right, Atlee visited Lee Davis for this big county matchup.
Yes, they did, and I'm sure you guys were rooting for your Lee Davis Confederates in this one.
Oh yeah, go defense!
Yep.
But Atlee has been dominating in the Capital District so far this season.
And Lee Davis might be the underdogs, but no worries, I'm sure they can hang with those Raiders.
All right, well, let's find out what happened. Here we go out to Lee Davis High School for this big county matchup, and our very own TV99 intern, Russell Munn, was on hand for this one, and he has more for us. Russell, take it away.
Hi, I'm Russell Munn reporting for TV99, and right now I'm in the beautiful gymnasium of Lee Davis High School. This week we have a big volleyball matchup between the Atlee Raiders and the Lee Davis Confederates. And as of right now, it's a very exciting match. Atlee is doing very well this year, going 7-1 in the district, and Lee Davis is trying to pull off the upset. Let's go to those highlights.
Thank you very much, Russell Munn, and here we go with the big county matchup between the Atlee Raiders and the Lee Davis Confederates out at Lee Davis High School. And the Confederates off to a nice start. That's Jesse Tuck with the block right there. That would be followed by Atlee's Matt Gray with a block of his own, and then more from Gray coming up. Watch this tremendous kill right there from Matt Gray, and that's another point for the Atlee Raiders. Lee Davis's Lance Marshall here with a big kill for LD, and then more Atlee on the way here. Matt Gray going to make another big play here in the first set. There's a nice kill. The Raiders take set number 1, 25-20. Now we move on to set number 2. Emery Urkalebi with a big block for Atlee right there, but Lee Davis would step up with some impressive plays in the second set. Lance Marshall there with a nice play for Lee Davis, and then Carson Caudell coming up here with the block. That's another point for the Confederates, and then Chad Barron is going to step up right here with a nice play. That's a big kill, and Lee Davis looking good in the second set. Atlee's Davis Ellenberger coming up with a big play. That's a nice kill for him, and more Lee Davis on the way right now. Jordan Lafferty coming up with the nice play. That's another point for LD, but despite the Confederates' solid play in the second set, Atlee would hang in there. That's Urkalebi with a kill for the Raiders. Atlee would go up 24-21 in the second set, and Urkalebi would end it right there with a nice kill. The Raiders take set number 2, 25-21. Now we move on to the third set. Could the Raiders sweep? That's Rashawn Winters hoping so with a tremendous kill for Atlee, and Winters again with another impressive play right there. Urkalebi coming up with a big kill for Atlee. Lee Davis would hang in there with the Raiders in the third set. Chad Barron coming up here with the nice play. There's a point for Lee Davis, and then Winters coming up once again right here for Atlee. Another huge kill. He had a tremendous third set in this one, and then a big play here from Davis Ellenberger would end this match. The Raiders take 3 straight from Lee Davis. Congratulations, Atlee, on picking up the big win. So there you go, guys. Exciting volleyball highlights right there. And the Atlee Raiders defeat Lee Davis in 3 straight sets. I'm sorry, guys. I know you were rooting for Lee Davis in that one.
Yeah, but that's okay because Chad Barron had a big night with 9 kills and 2 aces for those C-Feds.
Very impressive.
And Rashawn Winters led Atlee with 8 kills.
That's also very impressive. And the Atlee Raiders have improved now to 13-3 on the season. So very impressive. But both those teams looking sharp out there on the volleyball court. And guys, that just about wraps it up for this week's episode. Hopefully you've had a good time.
Oh yeah.
Good. We want to remind all of our millions of fans again, you can like us on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/score99. You can watch all our videos right there on our Facebook page. And also we're on Twitter at TV99, so make sure you check that out. That wraps it up. I'm Trip Wells.
I'm Kayla Lipford.
And I'm Jordan Howard.
And we'll see you soon. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.